Connor, now that you've officially been decked out in your candy necklaces, I think we can call it a successful career, yeah?
I guess that's the marker. I took most of them off. They threw so many on me I couldn't deal with it anymore. I had to take a few off. I tried. I did it for like 15 minutes and I was like, I've had enough.
Well, plenty of reason to celebrate.
Yeah.
10 wins. And you and I talked earlier in this week about what a 10th win would mean. Now that it's happened, what kind of emotions are you feeling right now?
I mean, I don't know. I think I'm handling it a little better this year since I did it last year, and I really thought that was going to be it. So I knew what to expect this time. But no, it's we had talked about it during the week how it's pretty rare to have a senior class that's had 3 10-win seasons like we have. It's only happened 1 or 2 other times in BYU's history. And so that was a special thing. We wanted to get that 10th win, and obviously we had to win tonight to have a chance to even go to the conference championship. Obviously that didn't go our way, but now we have a chance to go and finish off the year with an 11-win season, which is a pretty rare thing to do.
We'll get to the big picture in just a moment, but let's go back to BYU gets the ball back after a turnover created by the defense, and you got to score late to kind of ice this game away. So what was the ideology going into that drive that allowed you to get up and salt this game away?
Well, we weren't going to change a thing. We've been driving up and down the field on them the entire game, and the only time they stopped us is when we either gave them the ball or did something stupid. And so we were just like, hey, same mentality, do the exact same thing we've been doing all game. Run the ball right down the field, and we're able to punch it in, thankfully.
You're playing with the makeshift offensive line. I mean, you're missing your good friend Braden Keim, who's out with an injury, and Isaiah Jota didn't play, and Austin Leausa's out. So, I mean, there were some challenges for you. So how'd you feel like the offensive line did overall, given those challenges?
I thought we did great. You know, we've had guys, everyone who started today has started games in the past, which is a good thing, because then the moment's not too big. Right, and I think everyone had a solid game tonight, I felt like. Obviously, I haven't watched it yet, but you know, to move the ball like that, especially how we did on the ground for most of the game, I feel like we were playing well as a unit.
All right, now to the big picture stuff. You mentioned a shot at 11 wins. We don't know where the bowl game's going to be, but right now in the moment, again, you're working through some different emotions. Celebratory, senior night, 10 wins, but you wanted to be in Dallas. So how are you processing through all of that?
I mean, at the end of the day, I can't be mad about it because we did it to ourselves, right? It was two games that we dropped that we should have won, and you know, there's nobody to blame but us for that. And so, you know, if we wanted to be playing in Dallas right now, guaranteed, then we should have won one of those 2 games. You know, and that's at the end of the day, that's the end of the story, because we can't control anything else. We can't control what happened to Arizona State or Iowa State tonight, and so, you know, the only thing we could do is come out here and get a win and hope for the best. And obviously, things didn't go the way we had hoped, but at the end of the day, that's nobody's fault but ours.
What's your message to your brothers of BYU football who are coming back next year as they push forward to something even bigger and brighter than what was an amazing year this year?
Yeah, I mean, my message to them would be to remember. You know, remember what got this team to 10 wins. Remember the intensity that we had from January to March, and how intense spring ball was, how hard we pushed each other, you know, and how disciplined we were all off season long. And just remember that, because that's what got us here. There's going to be a lot of young guys on the team who haven't felt what it was like to go 5-7 like we did last year, and to have that fire. You know, the great programs are able to attack the off season like that regardless of whether they have success or not. You know, it's a lot easier to have a great offseason after a crappy year than it is after a successful year. And so that's the challenge for this next year of leaders, and this next level of their development, is to be able to have an offseason like we had last year to set up this season. You know, even after being successful, it's got to reset, do it all over again, come with the same juice and the same energy. And because those building blocks all the way from January are what make it so you can win on Saturdays. It all matters.
Great perspective. Connor, I'd expect nothing less. It's been fun to watch you play. Sure can't wait to watch you play in a bowl game, wherever that is.
Yeah, wherever that is. I hope it's somewhere awesome, you know, and hope we can get win number 11.
Let's go. And by the way, how do you warm up after a game like this? Is there food involved? Is there a hot tub? What's going on?
I mean, usually they have something sitting in the locker room, but I've been out here for so long, you know, signing everything under the sun. And just dealing with a bunch of kids asking me for every piece of gear on my body. you know, that it's probably cold by now. But I don't know what they have in there. We'll see. But thankfully, McDonald's is open 24 hours. So I don't know of another restaurant open all night, you know, so that's probably where I'll be headed. But
Get this man a free supersized meal. Connor, thanks so much.
it's the last thing I need, but, you know, that's probably what I'm going to do. Who are we kidding? I got to teach Sunday school in the morning, so I got to be fueled and ready to go.
That's a true champion. Connor, thanks for the time.
Thanks. Appreciate you, man.